So if you're in design or marketing, you've almost definitely used Freepik. I mean, it's basically the Google of stock photos and vectors, right? But what if you didn't have to search for that perfect asset anymore? What if you could just make it right there, instantly? Well, Freepik is jumping into that game with a powerful new AI, and today we're going to break down exactly how it works and, more importantly, who it's really for.
Think about this for a second. You draw a clumsy circle and a couple of squiggly lines on your screen, and before you can even lift your finger off the mouse, it morphs into a photorealistic image. Now that sounds like science fiction, but it's not. It's the core promise of what Freepik's new AI can do.
So, what's the magic behind this? Well, it's a tool called Picasso. And this is Freepik's big, standout feature. It's built from the ground up to create images in real time, literally as you draw. So how on earth does it work?
Okay, so Picasso is a sketch-to-image AI that operates completely live. You're drawing on one half of the screen, and on the other half, the AI is rendering your drawing, updating in, and I mean this, literal milliseconds as your cursor moves. It's kind of like having this impossibly fast artist sitting over your shoulder, turning your roughest ideas into a finished piece of work on the fly.
And you've got a ton of flexibility in how you actually create. You can go with a standard text prompt, just like you would with other AI tools. You can use that live sketch feature we were just talking about, or, and this is where it gets really wild, you can turn on your webcam, strike a pose, and Picasso will instantly turn you into a character, or a statue, or a cartoon, all of it happening in real time. It's pretty incredible to see.
But as amazing as Picasso is, and it is amazing, it's really just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Freepik has built an entire suite of AI tools that are all designed to speed up that creative workflow, making it a complete, all-in-one toolkit.
So beyond Picasso, you've got a more traditional text-to-image generator, which is great for creating those high-quality commercial assets. Then there's a Reimagine tool for iterating on images you already have, a super simple one-click background remover, and a really useful mockup generator. It's basically a full production suite, all in one place.
Let's dig into that Reimagine feature for a second. Basically, you can upload any photo, one of your own, one from their library, it doesn't matter. And the AI will spit out infinite variations. Want to see that product shot but in a different lighting setup? Or maybe turn a photograph into an oil painting? Yep, this is the tool for that.
And for anyone listening who's in marketing or e-commerce, the mockup generator is a total game changer. You just upload a logo, and the AI instantly slaps it onto a t-shirt, a mug, even a billboard. And it automatically adjusts for things like fabric wrinkles, shadows, and perspective. The speed here is just wow. Okay, so this all sounds powerful, but how easy is it to actually use? The good news is, the entire platform is built around a super simple three-step workflow that takes you from a blank canvas to a finished image in just a matter of seconds.
The whole process is honestly ridiculously simple. Step 1, give it your input, whether that's text, a sketch, or your webcam feed. Step 2, pick a style you like, maybe a studio photo or a 3D render. And step 3, upscale it to high-res and hit download. That's it. It is designed to be fast, fast, fast.
And you know, this brings up a really key advantage. A lot of the powerful AI tools out there require you to hang out on platforms like Discord or have a bit of technical know-how. Freepik? Nope. It's just a clean, simple website. It's built for accessibility and, more than anything else, for speed.
All right, of course, this leads to the big question on everyone's mind. What's the price tag? Freepik uses a freemium model, and they've integrated their AI tools right into their existing subscription plans. You know, the free plan is actually pretty generous to get you started. It gives you about 20 generations a day, though they are at a lower resolution and you have to give attribution. But the premium plan, that's where it gets serious for professionals. You get unlimited generations, high-res upscaling, and full access to their entire stock library. And maybe the most important part for business use, no attribution required. That's huge. So, what does that investment actually look like? Well, a premium plan will run you around $15 a month if you pay monthly, and there's a discount if you sign up for a full year. And remember, for that price, you're getting the entire AI suite, plus access to millions of their traditional stock assets. It's a pretty compelling package.
Okay, let's switch gears for a minute and talk about something that's, incredibly important with any AI tool these days, ethics and safety. And Freepik actually has a really compelling story here, partly because of where it comes from. First off, the company is headquartered in Spain. Now, why does that matter? Well, it means they are legally required to comply with the European Union's super strict GDPR privacy laws.
For any business that's concerned about how their data is handled, this is a massive trust signal compared to competitors with, let's say, more vague policies.
This is probably the biggest controversy in the AI art world, right? How are these models trained? A lot of companies have been accused of just scraping art from all over the internet without permission. Freepik claims they take an ethical approach, saying they primarily train their models on their own huge licensed stock library, a library built by contributors who actually get paid for their work.
So if you boil it down, their safety framework really stands on 3 pillars. First, for training data, they use their own licensed library. Second, for content, they use aggressive filters to keep the results commercially safe and brand-friendly. And third, for privacy, they stick to those strict GDPR rules. It's a 3-pronged approach designed to make this a much safer bet for businesses.
So after all that, what's the final verdict? Is Freepik AI the right tool for you? Well, the answer really comes down to a simple question. Are you trying to create fine art, or are you trying to create assets for work?
Think about a tool like Midjourney. It's fantastic for artistic exploration. It's a slower, more deliberate process for creating beautiful fine art style images. Freepik AI, it's not even trying to play that game. It is built for one thing: creating commercial assets, getting instant results, and maximizing your workflow efficiency. This is for the marketer who needs a great-looking image for a presentation like right now.
And that brings us to what I think is the perfect way to sum this all up. Freepik was already the Google of stock assets, the place you went to search for stuff. Now it's becoming the place where you can just generate those assets on the spot, tailored exactly to what you need. It's a really natural and, honestly, powerful evolution for their platform.
Which leaves us with a really interesting question to chew on. Tools like Freepik are making high-quality visual creation practically instantaneous. It really makes you wonder, as all these technical barriers to creating things just melt away, is the most valuable skill no longer craftsmanship, but simply the speed at which you can come up with and test out a great idea? Something to think about.